Well, it's early morning. We're getting ready to go to the Arkansas Bigfoot Conference.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you have to say?
It's too bleeming early.
It is a narrative, it's not a
It's going.
You say anything for the camera?
Visit my eBay store. Safari Signs.
All right, Safari Signs?
Yes, sir.
Safari Signs, all right, good deal.
Reach into my box of goodies. I know there's more. Hey, you have a trash can back there?
There's a trash can over there. Is that one of y'all's water?
It's their table right there, and that is Bigfoot. Something at the table. It's not something in the woods, it's something at the table.
fixing to leave and run from the Bigfoot. He turns over to the wife and he says, "You were right, Mary. We're getting out of here."
That's right. Whose is this one? That one's yours? All right. There you go, sir.
There you go, ma'am. And what was your name again?
Arlie.
Arlie?
Yeah.
Well, Arlie, I hope you share that with all your friends.
And my family.
And your family.
We go out and we like,
Don't tell them what's going to happen before they see it.
yeah.
Make them get scared.
Yeah, and it's called More
Thanks, guys.
Movies.
Thank you.
That's right. She knows about that, doesn't she?
Thank you. There's a special home in the home. I can't imagine how much work is involved in your.
And I met David Ford, who's a real good friend of mine over there, on another movie. We were doing a movie, a Western called Devil's Deal, and we were playing bad guys together in this. And between shots, we started talking. He finds out I'm a Bigfoot researcher, and he's really interested. And we're talking back and forth. So a couple of years go by, and I'm sitting at home one night, and my phone rings, and it's David. He goes, "Hey, I got an idea." And this is typical East Texas, Southern good old boy type stuff. He goes, "I got an idea. I want to do a movie about Bigfoot. You want to?" I was like, "Yeah. Let's do it." And we just started. But he had an idea because he read. I want you to keep in mind a couple of things while you're watching this. When we started filming, we were dead broke. I mean, seriously, we had no money. Well, I say no money. $1,700. And you have cast, crew, you have to feed them. You have all these different elements that have to come together to make a movie. Now, people see this film and they go, $250,000, $500,000 budget. No. Blood, sweat, and tears, and faith in each other, and hard work. We stuck together through thick and thin. We are going to continue to stick together. We're out here. You can see it come to fruition. We have DVDs, you're buying those. Because there's only two trains of thought in Hollywood. Bigfoot's either a serial killer, who's going to pull your arms off and beat you to death, or he's a big clown that somebody's going to take home. Okay? And it's not just film, it's television. Look at all the commercials. Messing with Sasquatch. There you go. Messing with Sasquatch. They're funny. I get it. It's a point. You know, for years I kept saying, Monster Energy drinks. I always wanted to do a commercial where there's two researchers sitting on a log, and they're like, "We're gonna get him this time. We're gonna get him. We're gonna give him." There's a Monster Energy drink sitting there, and this big hairy hand comes out and grabs the drink between them. While they're looking in every other direction, there's a big hand comes out and just takes the drink back to the rest. I thought that would be great. That'd be fun. You see anything, Charlie? No, I don't see anything. But Hollywood has this thing, and I'm going to bring this up, and a lot of people, how many of you ever saw Batman, The Dark Knight? The one that had Heath Ledger as the Joker. How many of you saw that? Do you remember the scene where the police officer walks in, the female police officer walks in, and she looks at the other officer at the desk, and she goes, the news reporters say you're going to name who Batman is. And he wads the paper up and he throws it at the board. He goes, it's an ongoing investigation. And when they show the board, it hits and said, suspected Batman. And there's a picture of Elvis, the Loch Ness Monster, and Bigfoot. And he read that story and he thought, man, what a great, that would be a great movie. So, but then with copyrights and things like that, we always change it around a little bit. We'll keep the elements the same. And then, he was asking me, well, what about the Bigfoot? What is this? So I was throwing in things that I thought Bigfoot would, this would do or that would do. So, when we got the script together and got everything, we went through pre-production, and trust me, it was a nightmare. It was kind of scary. We were all wondering if we were going to, succeed or sink. And we just kept going on faith that it was going to be successful. And we were going to make it through this. One way or the other, we were going to make it happen. I have to go to the Ohio conference in 2 weeks. That's the granddaddy of them all. We were there last year. We showed this movie. It wasn't even finished. Not even finished. It looked whole. We were sitting there cringing, going, oh my God, they're going to string us up. This is horrible. Editing wasn't finished. The color was off. Sound design was not done. Over 500 people sat in a room, and when the credits started to roll, we got a standing ovation. These are hardcore people. And I looked at Dave and I said, lightning in a bottle, brother. These people, and it's been word of mouth. People have talked about this and put it on the internet, this, that, and the other, and it's David Ford.
We're not dancing.
Well, thank y'all for being here. A lot of you have already purchased a DVD and poster for shirts, and I appreciate that. Mike covered pretty much all the ground about our film, but I want y'all to keep in mind it's an indie film. We didn't have a lot of money, we didn't have the Hollywood effects and all that. But what we did have is passion and desire, and I wrote it for folks like you. I didn't write it for the skeptical world, because I wanted to see a movie when I watched The Legend of Bobby Creek, 1972. I wanted to see something more modern. I couldn't find anything at all. And everything I found was a horror film or Harry and Henderson's. I'm not knocking those films at all. I'm just saying I wanted to see something more true to life, research-based. So I started searching for that great story. And I think I found one, and I pretty much turned it into a script. And we started producing. So that's kind of where we are. And I also wanted to let y'all know that we have a Facebook page, Something in the Woods, if you type it up. If you like the film, or don't like the film, still go on there. You can say if you liked it or not. Negative or positive reviews, we'll accept them. We'd like to hear your feedback on it. That's really the only way we can get it out there. We don't have $1 million budget to buy a 2-minute trailer, on NBC or CBS. We got to tell people about it, and it will be available on Vudu, Xbox Video, iTunes, the big platforms, probably by the end of May. It's in the process right now of going through all those things. Ma'am?
What kind of camera did you use to film it?
We used a Canon 5D.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, not an expensive camera at all.
It's over the counter. You can go to Best Buy and get one.
Yeah, it's like a $2,000 or $3,000 camera.
Yeah.
It's not that much. Our next film, we're gonna try to step it up and go with either a black magic, or we'd like to go with a red, but I don't know if we can do that. But it just depends, And a lot of people don't know that we are actually a Christian ministry, and that's what we do now. I know Bigfoot's not really a Christian film, but you'll see aspects of the family back in those days who had morals and values and stuff like that. And I think we need more films like that, whether you believe it or not. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Be careful in the